is Brian Anderson. Coach Dan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. White looking it over. To the paint. Pass to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. The Thunder with the rebound. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense is elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the layup. White on the wing. Pass to Brown. From behind the arc. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Lays it up and banks it in.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Porzingis sets a screen. Pass to Brown. There's the three. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Holiday. On the wing, Holiday. Beyond the arc. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. And stolen by Porzingis. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. White, good.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the three in transition.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Holmgren. Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Shot clock at 5. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter, someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Tatum with a screen. Pass to Brown. Now here's Tatum. Porzingis with it. Dort defending. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Pass to Holmgren. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren's got 5.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Down low. Here's Porzingis. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Outside for Dort. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the wing on the left. Porzingis for 3. Thunder trail by 4. Outside, Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. Tatum with a steal. Pass break. Here come the Celtics. That's tipped. And stolen by Williams. And here's Caruso outside. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. And it's the Celtics ball. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Kristaps Porzingis with the 3. He has 6.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Boston out in front, up by 4. Don't go.
14. Thunder. 10.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Boston.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Back to Holmgren. Holmgren for 2.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Caruso outside. Out to the right wing. Here's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Holmgren with it. 7 points in the game. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
To the middle. Here's Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Even after that serious knee injury, Porzingis with the spring to flush it.
Celtics lead by 6. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up. In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To stop the run. Second chance effort. And Porzingis with the block.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots. It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Screen by Holmgren. And Porzingis with the block. Deflects the pass. Dort with a steal. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Guarded now by Holiday. White with a steal. By himself. And Holiday powers it home.
I mean, what an athletic play for Holiday. Showing up the defense with a jam.
Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Clock at 4. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. Boston on offense. 9 points in a row. A good run going. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Outside, Brown.
2 minutes.
Pass to Tatum. Takes the 3. And Tatum drills the 3.
With his feet set, Tatum's going to make you pay.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside, Holmgren. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren's got 4 points in the quarter. Outside White. On the wing, Tatum. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the second quarter. The three-pointer off the mark. Thunder trail by 12. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Williams misses. Boston leading by 12. To the inside. Dort with a steal. Moving it up. The pull-up J. And it's Williams with the bucket inside. Williams has got his first basket.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And that one's good. Porzingis.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. To the paint. And stolen by Brown. Outside Tatum. Back to Brown. Here's Porzingis. And so it's the Boston Celtics now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side. It didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
On the wing, Tatum. Let's go with a three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 8.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Caruso. Pass to Dort. Back to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Celtics lead by 13. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot is off. Brown with some nice D. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Boston. Outside Tatum. Tatum on the drive. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
The speed of Tatum's drive makes it so tough to defend. You just don't get a chance to stop him.
Hartenstein a screen. Here's Dort. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Al Horford.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Dort hits them both.
And I think Lou Dort is a textbook example of a high-effort player. He is just relentless on both ends, constantly looking for ways to make a difference.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Now White. The kick to Tatum. And here's Horford for 3. They get it again. Out to the right wing. It's Brown on the wing. On the wing, Tatum. There's the triple. Tatum with another miss.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Caruso outside. Williams with the screen. Inside. Nice D from Brown.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Pass to White. On the wing, Tatum. And here's Horford for 3. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 13. Dort for 3. Doesn't go for him. And Boston has possession. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Yeah, an amazing find. How about the patience from Dort? Waits for his man to get open and feeds him.
Outside Tatum. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Tatum's got 8 points in the quarter.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Holiday with the ball. Hartenstein covering. Jacks up a 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
I love when Gilgeous-Alexander looks to score because it forces the defense to act.
Shooting for Oklahoma City.
And he's good on the second. .41 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to White. Oh, got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat, but a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Brown with it. Hartenstein covering. Just 5 to shoot. Goes up on the wing. Brown, no good. Thunder trail by 14. To the middle. And Hartenstein slams it in.
He is such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
Back to Holiday. Outside Tatum. Fires the three. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston.
39. The Thunder. 27.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. He said to them, you guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Boston leading by 12. Launches a three. Offensive rebound, Celtics. From the arc. Counted from distance. Tatum's got 11 points here in the second half.
You're calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocked loose. And stolen by Holiday. Tatum with it. Guarded now by Williams. Pass to Brown. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Williams. Dort, right side. Fires from deep. Knocks it down from distance.
And these are the shots this team wants Dort taking. He understands his role in this offense.
To the right side. Back to Holiday. Porzingis sets a screen. Down low. KP wrecks the rim.
Great body control by Porzingis. He sets a good pick and then rolls right into a scoring position.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And Stan, you got into coaching right after college. When did you know you wanted to be a coach?
Ryan, that's easy. As soon as I figured out that I didn't have much of a future as a player, I knew I wanted to stay involved in the game. I wanted to coach.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Outside Tatum. To the middle. Here's Brown. Ooh, Brown inside. Hey, he's more than just a shooter.
That's just Jaylen Brown putting in the work in close.
Williams on the wing. Outside for Dort. Knocks down the 18-footer. So Dort got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
To the paint. Pass to White. Six on the shot clock. This one for three. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. White with a steal. Now the Celtics on the move. The three ball. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder trail by 12. Here's Williams. Pass to Holmgren. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. A big triple. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Coach likes that look. And Gilgeous-Alexander from the corner.
Now White. He's guarded by Caruso. Outside, Williams. .143 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Caruso up top. Oh, deflected. 5 to shoot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. 9-point game. It's tipped. And stolen by Caruso. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to White. From downtown, Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Now here's Dort. Williams with the screen. Clock at 6. No good from outside. And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock and don't turn it over.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And both free throws good for Brown. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. Dort outside. Williams with the screen. 5 on the clock. Outside for Dort. Good. 23 seconds left to play in the fourth. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Porzingis for 3. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
He gets a lot of his points on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
White for 3. Offline. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they really fed off the energy. You saw their activity level go up.
we've got the Boston Celtics facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. With how these teams like to get out and run, we should see a lot of transition tonight.
We should, and it always makes for exciting basketball, but more importantly, BA, these are teams that create easy buckets. Everything in basketball cannot be a grind. That's why these two teams are fun to watch.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Pass to Brown. And no good. Good work defensively by Dort. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
Outside Tatum. Three-pointer. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Here's... Oh, hey! How about that?
Oh, my goodness. How about that move by Jaylen Brown? That is spectacular.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Daigneault. Their team's biggest concern tonight, the scoring of Jaylen Brown. Coach commenting, quote, Brown has become an elite scorer in this league. Jaylen can have huge nights. We know he's going to score, but we have to limit his easy looks, especially early. Something to watch, BA.
Allie, thank you.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Outside White. Three-pointer, no good. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. The kick out to Williams. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Left side, Holiday. Left side, Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Porzingis. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And Doris, no doubt about it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Now here's Brown. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Rejected by Holmgren.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Thunder with a lead. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he banks in the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Outside White. Hits the three-pointer. White's got 6.
You have to have a quick release in the catch-and-shoot game. Otherwise, you allow the defender to catch up. Derek White's like, no, sir. I'm putting this one home.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Now here's Holiday. Yet to see a basket. Clock at 4. Outside, Brown. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Caruso outside. To the inside. The kick out to Williams. Back to Dort. From deep, Holmgren. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Inside. Porzingis. Can't get it to drop. Great D that time from Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Now that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Tatum from long range. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for Oklahoma City. 8 points in the... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
Connects from downtown.
Well, in the modern NBA, a big that can shoot with range so important. Kristaps Porzingis from 3.
To the paint. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere. Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Gilgeous-Alexander up top. Give him 8. Boston pulls it in.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And it's Tatum missing. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for OKC. They lead by 7. Pass to Williams. To the left side wing. From deep, Holmgren. It's hauled in by White.
And you will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
That is just tremendous focus from Jason Tatum. This guy has gotten so good at walling off defenders and finishing plays.
Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
The 3 ball. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's White. He has 6. 6 to shoot. They kick it out to Porzingis. Again, the miss by Boston. Thunder leading by 4. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the 3. So it's Boston now. They've only given up 2 points this quarter.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball pretty fast.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Boston on offense. Pass to Tatum. Okay! Tatum punching it home.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. They grab their own miss. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Dort. Here's the 3. Drains the triple. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Being ready on the catch, such an important skill, and Lou Dort's confidence really starting to grow.
Pass to Tatum. .111 left in the second. Here's Brown. Porzingis misses. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Looking to end this cold spell. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense is elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Here's Tatum. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. At 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. But of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, B.A., this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
White, good.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten 4 this quarter.
Boy, the rise and fire off the bounce by Gilgeous-Alexander with that length and release point. Good luck guarding it.
Boston shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
The line for the Celtics.
Holiday hits them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Pass to Hartenstein. Now Williams. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. That'll be a 5-second call.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. Boston trailing. And here's Tatum. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. The 3 is up. Here's Hartenstein. Shoots over Tatum. Nails the baby hook. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daignault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness. Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And he's made a case for first-team all-defense. Doris Jaylen Brown, the complete game.
Brian, what you love to see from a great player that's just entering their prime is the pride they take in being well-rounded. Do you want to absorb a big-time defensive assignment? Jaylen Brown wants to do exactly that.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. It's stolen by Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
I mean, what an athletic play for Holiday. Showing up the defense with a jam.
Hartenstein a screen. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Parries it from 3. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 17 points.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
White with it. Caruso covers. Pass to Holiday. 5 to shoot. Tatum with a screen. And here's Horford. Three-pointer off the mark.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Dort with it. To the middle. Here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Outside, Brown. Back to Tatum. The Thunder with the rebound. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Inside, Hartenstein. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And it's an 8-point Thunder lead.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that three-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
Outside Tatum. Will it go? Hartenstein pulls it in. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. The kick out to Williams. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. And Hartenstein gets it to go.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
Well, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll ever see a streak like that again?
BA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
White looking it over. Outside Tatum. The kick out to White. The three. Sends it home from three-point land. White's got 12 points in the game. Wallace left side. Here's Hartenstein. And so it's Oklahoma City closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their...
The Celtics, 33.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Oklahoma City leading by 7. SGA on the move. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just slicing his way inside. No doubt on the finish.
The deep three from Porzingis. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Great touch from deep. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Well, now they're demoralized, guys. A careless play to turn it over and then slow to get back on defense.
And that one's good. Porzingis.
That's what you call using your size in the painted area. Kristaps Porzingis, easy work right there.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Celtics trail by 12. Outside White. Porzingis sets a screen to the inside. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, great decision from Dort. If your teammate is open, get him the basketball. Nicely done.
Outside, Brown. Outside White. No good with the triple. Oklahoma City leading by 14. Pass to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Williams on the wing. Porzingis grabs the board. Outside Tatum. Porzingis with it. Guarded now by Williams. Porzingis in the post. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Tatum. Wing shot on the way. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. And stolen by Holiday. Now the Celtics on the move. And White finishes off the break. Well done.
A sneaky good scorer. I don't know that you define Derek White as a scorer. He's sort of jack of all trades, but boy, he's cooking right now.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. For 3, Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Porzingis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, this is where Porzingis thrives. He is shot ready on the catch.
Dort with a steal. And that one's good. And the Thunder lead by 13. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals, putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive. And you have to love the focus. He gets hit, but converts it anyway.
That's good from Holiday.
You know, one thing you got to love about Jrue Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor.
Screen by Holmgren. Pass to Caruso. Drills it from deep. Caruso's got himself on the board with a 3 there. Tatum from long range. Jason Tatum. He's a sharpshooter.
How about the answer from Jason Tatum? Say it with your chest, Jason.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And here's Brown for 3. That shot is off.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Thunder.
And as we see the game wind down, you have to remember all the second chance buckets this team put on the board.
They definitely won it with their offensive rebounding. We watched them attack the ball and turn misses into makes all game long.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. They set the pick. Lets it fly. They get it back. Dort. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Second shot opportunity. Tatum pulls it in.
Thunder foul. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Fourth personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good.
Shooting for Boston, Jason Tatum. At the line for 2.
And so Tatum nails both of them. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. It's all about the Western Conference. That's where the action is today as the Golden State Warriors get ready to battle. Here's KD. Here's Bull.
Timeout.
That one's in, his first shot this game. Well, we don't expect up and down doors. Fast basketball. These teams prefer to operate in the half court. They're very methodical, but fun to watch.
Hey, good basketball, regardless of the pace at which it's run, is good basketball. And with these two teams, movement, screening, high IQ offensive basketball, I'm here for that.
It's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
We see the quickness of Stephen Curry, keeping defenders off balance even in the painted area.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Count it.
And the big fella knows how to score the basketball. Bo's understanding of when to look for his is next level.
Now here's Curry. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's KD. 6 to shoot. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, there's an innate sense of how to play the game when we're talking Kevin Durant. The pick and roll has become second nature to him.
Here's Curry. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Here's Kuminga. Beal with the block.
How about the anticipation from Bradley Beal? Wow, what a block.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now here's Booker, and the shot is good.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Here's Curry. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for it.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good, and now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Butler. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You have to stay in front of Jimmy Butler. This guy is capable of leaving you in the dust with his ability to handle the basketball.
They get it again. Bull. Off target at the rim. Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Here's Booker. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. Screen by Bull. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. And that's now 7 points for Bull. Curry is inside. Here's Moody. They kick it out to Green. Here's Curry. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Boy, Curry just taking over and seemingly able to get anything he wants right now.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Booker. Pass to Bull. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Here's Butler. And slam dunk by Butler.
Well, you love to watch Draymond Green work on the defensive end. His activity seems to create opportunities for his teammates.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's ready to talk things through with the team. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And
the Suns, 13.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Pass to Moody. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Allen outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important. You love Jimmy Butler playing above the rim. That's a statement dunk right there.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. And Phoenix has possession. It's a 13-point game. Pass to Durant. Left side, Beal. It's stolen by Kuminga.
just waiting for a chance to make a play, and when the pass was made, he's all over it. Just a fantastic steal.
That's the tenacity of Jimmy Butler, just putting in work in close range.
Here's Booker. Outside for Beal. Looking to end the run. No good from Booker.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
When it comes to players who like having fun, great Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Suns trail by 15. Booker with no one around. Phoenix no good that time either. The three. Offensive rebound. Outside for Curry. Green, the screen. The three. And that's good. Stephen Curry for three. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Here's Booker. Pass to Bull. Out to KD. For the three. Here's Beal. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Booker outside. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Booker's got 5 points so far.
Instinct, skill, the ability to be rise and fire ready. Devin Booker, yes, sir.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Outside for Beal. And Bull wide open. He shoots. The three-pointer no good. Here's Butler. Phoenix grabs the miss. It's stolen by Kuminga. Curry on the wing. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
It's so quick, and Curry's so elusive. This is what makes him such a tough cover, folks.
Booker no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Takes it inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Curry's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Trying to find Moody. Gets it to him.
No, Stephen Curry, obviously an excellent distributor. He loves to make his teammates feel good.
Booker outside. And it's Beal in the corner. Pass to KD. They need this. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
From deep. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. KD's got 5.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a
content creator. Yay Not Gaming. He has so much knowledge to share.